So could we have a look at, emotional intelligence, maybe what it is, how you use it, how people can really benefit from it, why we really should care about having emotional intelligence, other than obviously being a decent human beings?
Yeah, being a decent human being. Well, like emotional intelligence in, say, larger workplaces is a really good way to help dissolve workplace conflict or to avoid workplace conflict. And basically, the essence is that you're helping each person, like, find out who they are, accept who they are, be happy with who they are, and be content with who they are without having to prove a point to everybody else, you know? And it's great for team building. And it's like it's helped build perspective, you know. So I do an exercise nearly in every workshop that I do that it's about perspective. And what I do is I take 4 chairs and put them at different places in the room. And I would take somebody up and I would say, to this person, Mary, will you give me an instance of when there was an issue that went on either? Now we don't use work because obviously there's other work colleagues there, but did you ever have an issue, a small family issue, or an issue in a committee that you were in, or an issue in a sports club that you were in, or an issue with a sports team that you were playing? And they would say yes. So I say, sit in this chair, this first chair, and tell me all about that instant from your point of view. And the person will do that. And it'll all be, I did this, I wanted this person wouldn't let me do this. I felt very upset and I felt very hurt. And we get it all out of their system. Then we get them to stand up and just shake it out. And I take them to the second chair. And I say, now, sitting in this chair, you are the other person, Patricia. So I want you to close your eyes and tell me from Patricia's point of view what this issue was like. And it's amazing, but that person, Mary, when she's sitting in Patricia's chair, will be able to tell you exactly what it was from Patricia's point of view. So I get them then to stand up, shake it off, go into a third chair and say, this is your a friend of both of you, a girl called Gaye. And if Gaye was watching this instant between the two of you, what would she say? And Mary would say, well, Gaye would say, like, this is a silly issue. We could have sorted this out much easier. We could have done this, we could have done that, we could have done the other. Then I get them to stand up and shake it out and go and sit in a chair at the far end of the room, which is 5 years down the line. And I say, now, Mary, 5 years down the line, what do you think of this big issue that's taking up your brain space at the moment? And they will say, do you know what? This issue is that small. It's not worth my time thinking about it, you know? So that to me, what the essence of emotional intelligence is, knowing who you are, being able to take everybody's perspective without getting upset or hurt about it, and learning to deal with your own issues, knowing what you need to work at your optimum level, providing that for yourself, and with, staying in your own lane without letting other people upset you or annoy you or float your boat. Do you know what I mean? That you get into a place where I think this, I'm okay with that. They think that, that's okay. I've seen their perspective. I don't agree, but I don't have to ram my opinions down their throat. And that basically perspective to me would be the whole essence of emotional intelligence.